around. Certified lover boy, certified pedophiles. That fucking love. I'ma do my stuff. Why you trying like a bitch? Ain't you tired? Trying to strike a chord and it's probably A minor.
Oh, what's up? Yeah, did you like that intro? I think I can do that now because I saw a thing that said that Kendrick Lamar was getting rid of copyright for the songs. And I'm like, that's pretty dope. That means I can fucking use the shit now to just like have an opener or whatever. And I thought it was pretty cool. And if not, then I guess I'll just fucking delete it because it's not going to be that hard. It's just a little clip. And if so, I'm not going to, because why the fuck would I do that? It's dope. I can sing fucking Kendrick Lamar dissing Drake now as my intro for right now, and Fish Grape. Two amazing things. But again, why do I keep doing this? These are all massively besides the point. What am I doing here today? What kind of question am I answering? What weird thought process has manifested itself inside my brain? Well, it's another question that was asked of me by Forky the other day. Because they decided once again to be the epitome of confusion and ask a random bloody question that makes no sense that got me really, really thinking. You guys know the movie The Grinch, right? Yeah, we've all seen the Christmas classic, and I'm not talking about the animated one, I'm talking about the good one. The one with Jim Carrey, the guy that went through the FBI fucking torture methods, CIA torture methods to fucking get ready for the role, okay? Legendary. It's actually just, if I want to talk about the film, I just want to talk about the film real quick, because I went back and rewatched it last night for this thing. It's generally just like a fucking good movie. Like, it's just fucking hilarious. Some of the bullshit that happens in that film is just, by God, it's just comedy at its peak. Like, when he's about to go to the fucking thing to get his award, and he's like, oh, I would love to go, but I'm booked. And he reads his book, and he's like, at 7 o'clock I have some self-loathing, at 8 o'clock I have to go take a shower and contemplate my life, and at 9 o'clock I have to go trim my toenails a little bit too short and rip the skin off just enough to hurt myself a little bit. It's just random shit like that. It goes through the entire movie, and then at the very end, you know, it's just a feel-good film where he gets his heart back, whatever. It's just generally a very fantastic made film. It's very funny, and the mayor is at fault for everything, and I don't understand how no one in the movie ever fucking says that, ever. The mayor clearly is the reason why anything happened afterwards. But I guess if the mayor didn't do what he did, then the Grinch never would have stole Christmas, and then he never would have got like the whole thing of like, oh, now my heart through things. But again, this is besides the point. I'm only referencing the Grinch because the question that was asked of me was, what do you think the male genitalia is called for the Who's? Now, I also have a billion questions as to why this is the question that was being thought of at the moment, but we're not going to go into any of those because there's no time for that, and frankly, that would make this 2 hours long. So, what I'm going to go into is, after I watched The Grinch, I promised that I would think of funny names that I could think of to put the male genitalia for the Who's. I thought of some goofy ones, and I thought of, you know, whatever. They were all goofy. I'm not promising any of them are good, except there's one of them that I very, very much love. It's probably my favorite one that I came up with. But I know it's probably not, like, in the vibe of what, like, you know, we're going for here. But I still love it, and it's still hilarious to me, and it's still my favorite one, and I can't wait to say it. But I'm not gonna say them here, because I actually have a funny thing to do. It might take me a little bit longer than I thought. I might have to do this later, because I'm kind of tired as fuck right now. But instead of just showcasing the words and just doing them normally like a boring person would do, as I was thinking of the words, I was thinking of like funny ways to have them just come up in conversation to act like if they were normal. Like, the way I was trying to think of if it would work or not would be if I'm just talking to someone in the context of like the Grinch movie or like as a Who person, if I say this particular word, will it work in conversation and like sound coherent, or will it just sound super goofy? Either way, it's totally fine because it's hilarious either way. But that's how I was doing it. So I'm not gonna actually just sit here and tell you the words because, like I said, that would be boring and stupid. I'm gonna do skits that I thought of at work to showcase you the words that I thought of because I think that would be much funnier. Now, before I get into the skits, I would like to point out I don't need you may be thinking, why did you not think of one for the women? And that is because the brilliance of Forky has already been established, and they have come up with the pinnacle of just the greatest thing that I've heard. It's Who That's the term for the vagina for the women. It's hoo-va-hoo. I don't know how to explain how good that is. You can't just like put that into words. It's like watching Tim Robinson's comedy sketch show, and he does like one of those really cool sketches where it's just some plain idea that you never would have fucking thought of, but he just hypes up so much, and it just makes it so fucking hilarious, right? It's just something that, you know, it just can't be put into words how amazing that thought process had to be to come up with that. But yes, that is probably one of the coolest and funniest things ever heard, that the women in Whoville have hoo-va-hoos, you know, and you gotta think of what goes into hoo-va-hoo. So that was my job. My job was to think of the thing of that goes into hoo-va-hoo. Now, like I said, I'm not gonna promise anything because nothing will top that. It is the pinnacle of brilliance, and I just love it. It's fantastic. And if you go through the entire film, like especially when the mayor gets down on one knee and he goes to like Mary whatever her name is, and I imagine him saying, "Will you let me in your hoo-ha-hoo?" It's just so funny, man. With this, I like it, and it just rolls off the tongue. It sounds like something Dr. Seuss would have actually come up with for a book. Like it sounds like something that the Whoville people would actually use. It's just brilliant. But yeah, so I think it's time to get into the skits, and I think I might do something later afterwards, like to actually say whatever. But I think I rambled on for too long, and I gave a little bit too many compliments out because, you know, I'm high and tired. But we'll see what happens next. So go to the skits. Mom.
What?
I have a very important question. You're a nurse, right? Alright. What do you think the male genitalia is called in Whoville?
Twirly
That's a good one. That's actually a good one, too. Why would you say that?
Because you mean the truffle trees and stuff?
That's not the Whoville!
They
But
have
it's still
those.
good. No, Whoville's on the snowflake. Whoville's in the Grinch. Remember? They're on the snowflake. Truffle.
I'd say it's whirly whirly then.
Good. You want to hear one of mine? Mine was Bend the Who's. Jezebel, afraid I'm off the Great Who War. No, Clark! No, we can't go. It's too dangerous. It's too late, Jez. I got to go. I gotta fight with all my brothers of Who's. Well, you better bring that hoo-ha pot back to me. Hey, Jezebel. You know I'll bring it back to you. Good evening, gentlemen and ladies. Welcome to Health for Who. Today we'll be learning about sex education in Whoville. Any questions?
Teacher, over
Yes,
here!
yes, you in the corner.
How are who babies made?
You see, children, when a Who man sticks his sing-a-slong in the woman's hoo-va-hoo, it makes a little Who person. I got some good news and I got some bad news. Well, I don't know what to tell you here, Sonny. I'm looking at it, and I've been a doctor for a couple of years now. I think your Hoover dude's out of business. Doc, what are you saying? You can't be telling me this is true. You mean my dingle-dong is not gonna get any more use anymore? But my wife, no. Yep. Afraid she's done taking too much damage. She's out of commission. Not even a bottle of Huagra will fix this one. Doc, please, there's gotta be a way to fix this. You can't just leave me hanging like this, Doc. Come on. My fellow Who's, are you having a hard time satisfying your wife this Christmas season, and not just because your lights suck? Or you find it hard to keep that Christmas tree staying upright because the stress of the holiday season's getting to you and you gotta buy all your kids presents? So I have the products for you. Introducing Huagra, I'm actually probably with me right now because we actually sold out of it. We're such an extreme market. Everyone's using it this Christmas season. And I mean everybody. Because there's all the stress, all the stuff going on in Whoville. There's that Grinch guy going up here. We're all scared. It's hard for us to, get it up right. It's hard for us to satisfy our wives and everything. So this Christmas, right before Santa comes, if you want to go out with a bang, buy yourself some Whoagra. 1 pill a day and you can satisfy your wife all the time during sexy time. Who is it? When is it? How long does it last? Where do you do it? That's all up to the Who. But all I'm telling you is, you take a thing of Whoagra, and your Who branch will be standing straight. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Wait, I should probably mention, this is my first time. I don't, where do I stick my what's it? Are you fucking kidding me? You said you fucking knew all. You said you experienced
No.
I've seen it. I've seen it on whoporn.com. Okay, I've seen it. I've seen it happen before. I'm just gonna go. I'm just gonna go play with my who's or what's it by myself. So there you go. There you have like 6 skits. I'm pretty sure it was 6. I hope you enjoyed them all. I ended the one extra thing with my mom because, I was just gonna do another thing with my mom. I had a funny little bit plan, like a little prank thing I was gonna do, and then I just started talking through everything. I thought I might as well ask her the question to see if I can get a funny response. I actually really did. She said twirly whirly, which really worked, and it was actually really funny, and I thought that was goofy. So thank you, Mom, for that one and everything. But now I just want to go back over my list real quick so I can actually say them, because in case you didn't really hear the skits, because they were really scuffed, because I had to do them outside, whatever. I just woke up, and I finally got, my energy back, and I was like, okay, let's fucking go. I'm ready to do this shit, so I fucking did it all. I matched it out. It was great. So, like I said, I had 7 of them. I had Bend-A-Who's, which I was, thinking of the word Bendaroos a lot, and I was just thinking of how you can, take your cock and sort of mold it and morph it and whatever, and I was like, oh, Bend-A-Who. You gotta add who into it, because, it's a who thing. So you gotta add a who into it. So that's where that came from. Dingle Dongs, I think that just popped up. I think that was something that Forky mentioned to me the one night too, and then it just brought up from that idea. The Hoova Dudes sounds like Hoova Who, and the Hoova Dude was a kind of mix of that. I thought that would work really well together. And then the more and more I said it, the more and more I started to hate that one. I don't think that one's particularly my favorite one. You have sing-a-slongs, which I was very happy when I came up with. I thought that was really clever. Until I realized they only really sing twice in the movie. It's not really a sing-along, but sing-a-slong is really good onomatopoeia. It really rolls off the tongue, so feel free to just use that one just in general. I might just start calling my dick the sing-a-slong. Just hoo-ha pipe. That one was just really funny to me. I gotta do my show. I gotta do my hoo-ha pipe. That's one of my favorite ones. And then another of my favorite ones that I had was the Who branch. You're grabbing on the Who branch. You gotta get the Who branch. Oh no, my Who branch is sitting upright. My Who branch got crabs. And then my favorite one that I made, that I had with all time, was the Who's a What's It. I just really like that one. I think it's really goofy. I really like how he just it moves on. Not moves on. I just really like how it rolls. And it just really, it's my favorite one just because whatever. Like I said, none of it's going to top Hooba Who at all. None of them were as clever enough, but I really did try. So I hope this is adequate enough, and I hope the skits were at least pretty funny. I know the last one kind of comes out of nowhere. I had an idea for that one the entire time. It was either going to be like that, or it was going to be they were getting it on, but I didn't know how to cut the camera correctly. I was being on top and bottom, and and I didn't really have a prostitute I could hire real quick to help me record. So there's so many things that were going wrong with the one thing, but I wanted to do a sex thing. It's about penises. I had to do a fucking sex thing eventually or whatever. I just kept beating my ideas, but I know the last one comes out of nowhere, and a couple of them are really scuffed. But I hope they all work. I hope they were really funny. I hope you made you laugh. Hope you stuck around this long. If you did, comment what you think the male genitalia of the Who's and Whoville should be, and look out later, because ever since I watched The Grinch last night because of Forky, I now want to go back and make an actual video about The Grinch, a full length, going through the movie about how I really like it and all the funny parts of it. And because while I was watching, I was taking notes in the same notebook of where I'm putting these names of little things of oh, when you do the Grinch movie, take this clip, make sure you do this joke, and then play this clip after you do this joke, so it works really well, and showcase this and that and the third. So I was making another video while working on this one, so So now this is going to equate to eventually 2 videos in the future. That's going to be really cool because recently I've been slacking, but now I've kind of been picking up the pace. And it's not just going to be me talking to a cat for 20 minutes. And I've been rambling for my outro forever, so I'm just going to go bye-bye.